When I saw this poster, I definitely said to myself, I need to draw this image. What is going on, Draw2 crew? Randy here with a brand new drawing tutorial for you guys. And today we are continuing with our Venom theme, and I'm drawing Venom's profile of his face. Right quick, if you're brand new to this channel, welcome. Here in this channel, I help you develop your drawing skills by showing you how to draw your favorite characters from movies, TV shows, video games, books, etc. So if you guys like what you see, hit the subscribe button and that notification bell as well. Venom's profile or Venom's look has always been very iconic and very fun to draw because he can draw it so crazily. Like initially when it was created, when Todd McFarlane designed this character, it was a lot tamer. When Venom became popular, a lot of the artists kind of took that Venom character and just brought about the craziness, the wildness of Venom's expression. So you see it evolve from what it used to be to what it is now, and it is an amazing evolution, and I like every single step of it. And so when I saw this international poster for the Venom movie, I definitely thought to myself, this is great. I need to teach you guys how to do this one. So here are the tools that you are going to need for this tutorial. If you want more information about my art tools, I have a list that you can check out in the description of this video. There are 3 things you guys to keep in mind as you're watching. If you're a subscriber, you already know the drill. If not, pause it now to read this list of things that you should know before you begin. So having said all of that, you guys, grab your drawing tools. Let's get right to this Venom tutorial. All right, you guys, let us get started with our Venom face tutorial. And the first thing I'm going to do is draw this big, huge curve that sort of encompasses pretty much like the top of the page here. Forgot to mention, we have our paper. I have my paper in portrait mode, and let's go right to it. So the first curve is going to be from here to here. And you guys notice that I'm creating a bit of a gap, and my curve is closer to this side than it is on this side, and that is intentional. And you guys just make sure as you draw this that you go slowly, you know, try to get it as perfect as best as you can. It's not a perfect curve, mind you, so we're gonna keep it like that. Okay, so there is our Venom head, and then right around here we're going to draw the back is going to go up that way. All right, so here's the back of the head here, sort of goes like that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a spot right here. I'm going to kind of draw this straight line going down. Okay, so there you go. There we have the bottom of the jaw. Right here is where I'm going to draw the neck, and I might have to adjust that a little bit later on. That's fine. Okay, so imagine closing this circle. You want the neck to be a little bit, just slightly below this line right here. Okay, here's like an Adam's apple right there, and then some shoulder muscles there. Okay, there you go. Let's keep going, you guys. This is so far so good. Okay, so now that you have this part right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this curve right here, and that's going to be the jaw. And you want to bring this kind of here. So imagine this is like this line right here. You want to bring it, here's the middle part from here to here. You want to bring it a little bit closer to this side. So right here, okay? And I'm just going to draw it like that. Now this looks pretty funny, pretty weird at the moment, and that is completely okay. We're gonna fix it up a little bit later on. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're gonna find a spot here, kind of draw this kind of a diagonal line, and then bring it going up like this, and then you want to bring it sort of rolling into this part right here. So this is going to be the forehead, this is where the eye is going to go. Okay, bring this back out, and you kind of want to have it run along the side here, so this sort of comes together. Okay, and then like that. So By now, you guys could probably already tell where the venom draw is gonna go, that kind of thing. So it's going to start to eventually shape itself. Okay, so let's keep going, you guys. All these big strokes of the pencil right now. I'm gonna bring that like this for now, and there you go. Okay, right here I'm gonna draw a line for where my teeth will go. So my teeth are gonna stick out and they're gonna come out up like that, and then they kind of end off right here. So that's where the teeth are gonna go. Okay, and then if I draw a line like this, that's gonna be like this black webbing, or just tendrils sort of coming together like this. So we'll draw that a little bit later in detail. Let's draw the gums over here. The gums go this way, and they go down, and then the rest of it, this is actually all gums right here. Okay, but what we want to do is we want to kind of bring our teeth forward, about that much. This goes up, and then right here, just follow along like that. So now we have an idea of where we want the teeth to go. And I apologize, you guys, if I went a little too fast in that part. It is a lot of long, like big strokes of the pencil. So there you go. You can pause it here and catch up on our on the drawing. Now what we want to do is we're going to draw the tongue, and the tongue is going to come out. Okay, so here's the throat. Imagine the tongue sort of coming out from the throat out this way. It goes down. And the reason why we have our head on this side is so that we have some room for our tongue. It goes out like this. You can make yours longer if you want to. You can make it like even curl up even more if you want. Okay, here's the top part of the tongue now. This was the bottom. Top part of the tongue goes up and goes down. And as you go down, you guys, it starts to shrink. It starts to get narrower, narrower, until you reach a point right here. And the point kind of looks like an earthworm. There we have it. All right, so we have all that. We have the basic outline of the face here. Let's draw a line from here, kind of going out this way. Okay. I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer like this. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna find kind of where I want to draw the eye. The eye is gonna be right here. The other eye, we don't really see much of it, so I'm not too worried about where it's gonna go. But here's one line. Okay, and what you wanna do is you kind of wanna follow along the curve here. Okay, here's a curve. This goes straight, and then kind of a bit of a straight line here going across. Okay, this goes like that. Okay, I'm gonna draw another curve right here. Okay, and then from here, sharp turn going out like that. Okay, so there's our Venom eye. I'm gonna just bring this slightly closer this way, and there you go. I feel like you can't really go wrong with the eye itself. It's a very fluid shape, so it can be bigger, it can be smaller, it can be squintier, it can be wider, completely up to you, right? So there we have it, you guys. There's our Venom. Those are the construction lines. So now what we're going to do is we're gonna go in there and start filling in the details of it. And I'm going to start by grabbing myself a new pencil. Excuse me. And we're gonna start with the eyes since we were already there. And what I'm going to do is make sure that as I draw the eyes that I'm not drawing straight lines. There's always going to be like these wavy lines that outline the outside of the eye. And I'm gonna do that all the way around. And try to make it super random so it's not all even. There you go. All right, and now let's draw this part right here. This is going to be also uneven, and at the same time I'm going to, let me show you how it goes. This is, think of it as an upper lip. A little smoother here. Kind of comes out like this, you see. So it's a little bit smoother here, a little bit rougher over on this side right here, because it does, what it does is it sort of creates like a webbing of some sort. Like it connects from here to the lower jaw, like that. I'm going to do that several times with these crisscrossing lines where it's wide and then it gets narrow, and then it gets wide again as you reach the tip. So here, see, wide, narrow in the center, and then wide again. I'm going to do that again over here. And you notice that I'm changing the direction of it, so it's not always going to be even. And it overlaps each other. There's going to be parts that are on top, and some parts are going to be at the bottom. Okay, there you go. So I'm just going to keep doing that. A couple of major ones that I'm going to put in the front. Also, you want to vary the angle of them and the length. Okay, so this one's going to go this way, for example. I'm going to bring this one like this. X's. And the more random, the better. Completely up to you how much you want. There you go. So it's creating like these crisscross lines that are creating like a web. There you go. So now we've got this part right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating some wrinkles kind of around the top part here. And as I reach around the top of the eye here, because it does go in the image, which I have a link to down below, it does go all the way up above the eye, and it sort of follows the curve of the eye. So it's a rather unique, but you see that in the comics quite often. Okay, right here. Okay, and then the eye itself, it's like it's got some bags under the eyes as well that run this way. So a bunch of like these lines that create like wrinkles around the eyes on both sides, top and bottom. And right here, I want to create a bit of a brow, I guess you could say. There as well. And then this one, I'm going to, it's slightly smoother. There you go. So I'm just going to create this line going all the way to the top of the head here, as well as the back. And right here, I'm just going to create this shoulder. Just the curve for the shoulder right here. Like that. Bring that in, that's the chest, and here's the neck right here. There you go. All right, so we got our Venom kind of this part right here where the eye is. You create like a little bit of a sheen, some shimmer, some shine on the eye itself. You want to give it that look, like a shiny, wet look to it. And right here, there's like spots, and if you want to create those spots here, it kind of gets darker along that side of the eye. You can add that as well. Okay, over the lip here, I'm going to create this line. in there. Draw this going across, maybe a line or two here. There. So there's our Venom eye right there in a bit of a greater detail. Okay, so now let's draw the teeth, the upper teeth, and again, you guys grab a sharp pencil. That'll help you keep things sharp because these teeth are pretty sharp, okay? As with my last Venom tutorial, you want to make sure that when you're drawing the teeth, you're drawing them wide and rounded at the top, and then they go narrow and they come to a point. And they roughly follow along this line, but not always. They sort of zigzag. And also the direction that I'm drawing these is not consistent. Okay, so wide, narrow. Okay, I've got two like that, so now I'm going to change the direction slightly like this. Okay, notice that these two are longer and this one's shorter, and that's fine. I'm going to make another short one right here. And then I'm going to draw a tooth underneath that right there. So I'm going to start overlapping as well. Okay, right there. Another one right here. Just like that. And that's not all, you guys. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to draw a tooth right here. So you notice this tooth is lower, it's thinner, it's more slanted sideways. And right here, a little bit further away, a little bit bigger as well. Okay, another short one here. I'm going to draw one more right here. Now for you guys, yours is going to look a little different than mine. It all depends on where you place the teeth, right? So I'm going to leave that first. This is going to be our first layer. And what I'm going to do with the first layer is I'm going to draw the gums sort of underneath it, underneath this layer right here. So I'm just drawing these lines going across, and that's going to be the gums. So you guys notice that the gums sort of go from here, going across towards the front. But that's not all, you guys. I'm going to create another layer of teeth beneath this set of teeth right here. So I am being careful to make the back teeth a little bit more, how do you say, not aligned with the front teeth, right? And also on this side, we're drawing it so that there's the teeth sort of go around in a curve. Right here are the teeth, and you follow the teeth along to the other side like this. And that's essentially what we're doing over here. So here's this set of teeth, and then it goes around to the other side, and we got to draw those teeth as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this layer of teeth right here. Maybe a tiny one back here. And then over here, I'm going to kind of increase the amount of teeth there are, and I'm going to bring it slightly shorter than the rest. Okay, so you guys notice that I've added more teeth right here. And needs more crooked teeth. There you go. So I've sort of just created that. And here, if you want to create some details, you want to sort of draw where the teeth form along the gums here. So you can create like these lines along the gums that show the teeth coming out. There you go. Zooming out, this is what it looks like so far, and it's looking rather evil already, and I'm kind of digging it. I mean, at first we just started with this curve right here. Okay, so now let's continue. What we're going to do is we're going to start shaping this jaw. And this Venom, I've noticed in the trailers, is that he doesn't really have like this jawline. It just sort of goes straight down. A little bit of a nitpick in the design of this Venom for this movie, but that's just me. Okay, so what I'm creating now is like this, not a straight line. I'm creating like these curves. I want to keep it kind of organic and curvy. Okay, like like this. Okay, and then this Venom from this movie also has like a rather rounded jaw instead of squarish. So let's just create these lines here. Now, like we did with the top part, what we're going to do is also create like a whole bunch of these lines that create like the lower lip. So here's the lip right here. Here's the actual, I guess, actual lip, you could say. I'm gonna make it go out like this. Kind of like a dog's mouth sort of comes out like that. Bring it closer as you reach. So it goes out and then goes in again as you reach the chin here. And it comes out like this. Okay, so from here, follow that line along. That's like the upper part of the lower lip. And here's the bottom part of the lower lip, just following right behind. There you go. Okay, and then I'm just going to create some lines in between just to give it that organic look, and then some lines right here. And there. Of course, it varies in width, right? It goes wide and it goes narrow again. There. Also some lines right here. There you go. All right. Line there for the neck. There you go. So now let's work on the teeth, you guys. And as we work on these teeth, we're also going to be working on the gums. Now the lower teeth are a lot crazier than the top teeth. The top teeth in comparison is pretty organized, pretty even. But the bottom teeth on Venom, it seems more sporadic. And the way that it's angled, it does point towards the camera a lot more. It points in different directions, not just like, whereas you have these teeth kind of just pointing down, these ones point towards the camera like this, and then it points this way and points down as well. So let's do all of that, and it's 2 different layers. Okay, and I'm going to start with this one right here. I'm going to start at the bottom right here, kind of just above the tongue, and I'm going to bring this one like this. So there's our first tooth, and then the next tooth is going to be smaller and pointing kind of more towards us. Okay, so now I'm going to be very random. That goes like that, so it's sort of zigzags as well. You guys notice that it's also got a bit of a curve, kind of like a curve like this, right? Like that kind of curve, like a T-Rex claw as well. Like a, I don't know, a shark fin. Now when you have a claw pointing towards you, it tends to get narrower and rounded like this. Okay, and then there you go. And right now I'm not even looking at the reference photo, I'm just sort of trying to figure out what looks good. Here's one long one right here. I'm going to draw a bunch of long ones. So these front ones are a bit longer. But also very sporadic in direction. Just like that. So it's I'm trying to show that it comes out of the jaw like this, okay? And right here, where the gaps are, just add some more teeth there. Can't go wrong with more teeth, right? Okay, so now we have this line right here, just on the other side of the jaw now, and we're going to line that with teeth as well. Again, you want to vary the size and direction and length. There you go. And then of course right here, behind the tongue as well. There you go. So now we have the teeth. Let's kind of draw the gums. And I'm going to start right here where we have this line right here. This is going to be like a red part of the gums, right? This is all black right here. This stringy stuff, that's all black. And then we got the red parts. That's all the gums. Again, let's create those patterns where the teeth come out. Draw lines right here along the between each tooth. You want to make sure that you got the gums. You want to close that off. And then add the details to these as well. And I'm just drawing like a whole bunch of lines kind of in the direction of where the tooth is growing out. Okay. Okay, and then once you reach this part, this right here is actually the gums. Right here, so again, continue between each tooth. And right here, what you want to do is you want to sort of bring this up towards the top. Sort of goes up like that. Okay, so that's the gums right there. All right, so that's pretty good, you guys. So now let's kind of draw the throat lines, or like the inside of the mouth lines, and just a whole bunch of these lines that come out like this. They sort of flow to the tongue, but not really. The tongue sort of goes this way more. But you see this one curve right here, and everything sort of follows that one curve like that. Okay, now we've got the tongue. The tongue is pretty gory, and first we're going to draw like the line that goes in between. So here's the top of the tongue right there. Here's the line in the center, and then follow the line going down to about here. Let me zoom out slightly. Now with the tongue, you guys, you kind of want to create like this, I'm trying to figure out how to say it, but it's more like an earthworm kind of curves. So where you see it curving, you kind of want to create like these lines that come out. It's sort of like it shows that the tongue itself is a huge muscle, and where it bends, it folds in on itself like that. Okay, so that's sort of what I want to do with this tongue here. Okay, and then right here you do want to show that it is flat at the top, so like that. So I'm just drawing these like tiny little lines going across to show that the top of the tongue pretty flat. Okay, and then you got the side of the tongue has like this line as well. And if you look at where your teeth are, or how your tongue is, you kind of also have this line on the side. Very rough, you could say, like it's not smooth. There. Okay, and then right here, same like lines as I would I drew over at the top of the tongue. I'm gonna draw it right here as well. There. Okay, so now let's draw some saliva, or the drool that's coming out of the Venom's mouth that sort of connects his teeth. Okay, so dripping down, it's narrow and then goes wide, sort of comes down like this. Okay, be very selective with where you draw the saliva. There, and then a little web that goes like that, so it's like connecting together, and then more dripping down like this. And you've also got saliva from here, comes up down like that, and of course right here. So there's some saliva there, and then you got saliva that sort of connects from the tongue to the teeth, from the teeth, the upper teeth, to the bottom teeth. So it's gonna look a little messy, but here we go. There you go. Okay, from the top to the tongue and bottom teeth. Going down like this. So you also have like little drips like that right here, little drip there. And you got the long ones here, there. Okay, so there you go, you guys. There is the saliva for Venom. And right here, just, you know, create some texture in between these gaps here. And then the last thing that you want to do, which is the lightning-like pattern, the white that sort of goes across Venom's body. So it does look like lightning. Like this, it goes wide and gets narrower, and it creates like these branches that stick out like that as well. And then I've got some coming out from the side here. I'm not going to draw too much of this. I'm going to draw another line here. Maybe one more over here, and then that's it. Okay, so here's... There you go. There, you guys. There is our Venom from the poster. Specifically, this is the international poster for Venom. There we have it. I hope you guys are successful in your Venom drawings, and I'd love to see them, so make sure to head over to the Google Plus community, post your drawings of Venom there. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will catch you in my next tutorial. Thanks for tuning in. Take care. And that is all the time that we have today. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end of this video. I hope your drawings turned out great. If they did, I would love to see them. So please head on over to the Google Plus community, post your artwork there for people to enjoy, or post it on Instagram and tag me at draw2 so that I can see your artwork. If you are curious about the equipment that I use to make my videos or to do my tutorials, I have a list of that in the description of this video, so make sure to check that out there. I have a list of pencils that I use, camera equipment, erasers, colors, and all that stuff. So definitely check it out if you are interested. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial, it would help me a great deal if you, number one, like this video, commented down below, shared this with your friends in social media, and of course, subscribed. All of that in the description of this video. Make sure to check that out. And speaking of social media, don't forget you guys can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, Google+, and most importantly on my website, draw2.com, where you can download a free coloring page of this tutorial right here. Links again in the description, so always make sure to read that description, you guys. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I will catch you in the next one, and till then, stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. Take care.